Um, Over the past 25 or 30 years, people have realized that looking at someone's DNA sequence and figuring out if they have any differences in their genetic code, that may give a hint about why someone may have nephrotic syndrome. And historically, people looked very painstakingly one gene at a time. And they also required people to have a large family history of nephrotic syndrome to find genetic causes. Fast forward now 20 years, now literally anyone, any child or adult who has nephrotic syndrome can go to the doctor or go to a research study, get genetic testing done. But you might have a collection of genetic changes that cause mild effects that aren't enough alone to cause the nephrotic syndrome. But if you have this genetic risk plus a second hit, what we call a second hit, like an environmental aspect, an infection, a jellyfish sting, you may get the disease. And then there's this very special group called APOL1 kidney disease. And this is a form of nephrotic syndrome that occurs due to two changes in this gene APOL1. So what we know is now we have these single gene causes that happen rarely, but frequently enough in steroid-resistant nephrotic syndrome. We have these polygenic causes, these risk alleles that have a small effect but have a frequently present patient, children and adults with steroid-sensitive nephrotic syndrome. And then we have this APOL1 kidney disease. But altogether, that still doesn't explain all the basis for nephrotic syndrome. So there's a lot more to discover of new genetic contributors. And there's also a lot of work to be done, even for people who we know what their genetic cause is, in terms of what does that mean for their health? What does that mean for their long-term outcomes? And are there medicines we can devise? So we created the Big Kids study, the study that's coming out of our lab here at Boston Children's Hospital, to offer genetic profiling on a research basis to anyone who has childhood onset nephrotic syndrome in the US or around the world. And our goals are to genetically map each individual's profile to see if we can explain why they have their nephrotic syndrome and help us answer what we could do about it.